Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today I am here to tell you about the top 5 tours in Rome. What are the top 5 tours in Rome? Rome is a gigantic city, it has a lot of things to do, and we were able to make a very cool survey of what are the 5 most visited tours and made by tourists. So stay tuned because these tips will be very quick, useful and not boring at all, guys. So as I always say, it's very important for us. Don't forget to give us that like, subscribe to the channel because that really helps us a lot, and buckle up. Well, Rome is one of the cities with the most tourist attractions. It's absurd how many things there are to do there. I always say that the ideal thing is for you to stay at least 5 days. Less than 4 days is complicated because there are not so much time and there are so many things to explore in doing the city, and there are all those tours that are paid and unpaid. It's a general tour around the squares, museums. There will be things that you will see like the Trevi Fountain, for example. You don't pay anything. It's a fountain that's right there in the middle of the street. You stop and look. There are all kinds of tours. In this video we focus on the paid tours, which you have to buy. People ask a lot about which tours to buy for Rome and which for Venice, so we decided to make a very nice survey. We have a website that we always indicate here because we always buy all the tours in Europe with them. It's the biggest site for tours and tickets in the world. They are great. It is in several languages and currencies. I'll leave the link here below in the description of the video. You click on show more and all the links will appear. Then there the website sells all the tickets and tours. Open it and follow my instructions. You will see the price, the description of each product. But I was in contact with this website, which is the one that sells most tours for all over the world in Rome, and there we were able to do a very good survey. I contacted them to see which tours are the best sellers for the city. This will certainly help you when planning your trip to know what to buy and not to buy. Oh, and people, very important information. All these tickets in Italy, especially the ones in Rome, but all the cities, you have to buy in advance. Don't leave it to be bought on the spot because it's always more expensive and the ticket office gets crowded. And we have seen on the same day when we went to the Colosseum and to the Roman Forum, people running out of tickets. This is because all the attractions sell out. Not only will you pay more for the attractions, but you will also lose time in line and run the risk of losing your ticket, so buy everything online. So to get to the point, without further ado, the top 1. I'm not going to do what those YouTubers do from the 5th to the 1st just so the person gets stuck in the video. I'll start talking about the first one, which is the most important. We have to start with the best seller. The best seller surprised me. I thought it was the Colosseum, but it was actually the Vatican. The best selling tour in Rome and in all of Italy is the Vatican tour. For those who don't know, the Vatican is a separate city, but it is inside Rome, and the location where you will be staying, which is the tourist center of Rome, which is the best place to stay, which is close to everything. The Vatican is about a 35-minute walk, so it's a very close one. So whoever goes to the Vatican ends up staying in Rome. So the guided tour to the Vatican is the most bought one. You have to buy a ticket to enter St. Peter's Basilica, which is the main basilica, that famous church where you see the Pope in the window. So this general ticket includes the entrance to St. Peter's Basilica and also the Vatican museums, which are just a few minute walk from there. That is where the Capilla Sistina, the famous Capilla Sistina, is located, which is a beautiful place. Even those who are not Catholic have to visit because the Vatican is really amazing. And this, to my surprise, was the #1 tour in Rome because really, people with religion, they have a very strong attachment. So there must be people who travel there just to go to the Vatican, so it makes a lot of sense. But this is the best best-selling tour in Rome. I'll tell you the prices here, but they vary because the site changes according to the dollar, according to the variation. So it's just for you to have an idea. When you see it, it might be a little bit different, but the Vatican one, the guided tour that has the guide explaining everything, is 57 euros, which is the bestseller. And now in second place, which I thought would be in first place, which was the tour that I liked the most, is the Colosseum, which is actually a combo. When you buy the ticket to visit the Colosseum, which you don't even need to explain, everybody knows the famous Colosseum, you buy the ticket to go inside, to walk around the bleachers, to see the whole place, and it also includes a visit to the Roman Forum, which is next to the Colosseum. You can do it all in the same day, the Colosseum, the Roman Forum, which is very nice to see, and the Palatine, which is right next to it. So reserve almost an entire morning and afternoon just for this tour. That's very cool. It takes a while because it's tiring, it's a lot to walk and see, but it's an incredible historical tour. So this is the second place. In my opinion, it's a must-see, as well as the Vatican. These are the two that you cannot leave off. And the cool thing is that on this website there are several tours that we can buy. When you buy the Colosseum, Roman Forum and Palatine guided tour, there is a guide that's 49 euros, the tickets for all of them with the guided tour. There are also tickets without the guided tour that are a little bit cheaper, but I think it's nice because they have the guide explaining it and they have other combos. There is one that you can enter the arena of the Colosseum, you pay a little bit more and you get to know the underground areas where the gladiators were. There are a lot of options. Then you take a look, choose the one that's best, and it's alright. And before we get to the third best-selling attraction, there is one here that the guy said is exploding. That's the bestseller of the month, of the last 4 or 5 months that they put on. And it's a combo of the first two. It's an offer that's written Vatican offer plus Colosseum, Forum and Palatine. So it's the visit to the Vatican, which is the first tour, the visit to these other 3 places together. It's an offer, a combo that they put together, which is a very good price. It's 100 euros for 2 visits. So take a look, do the math, because from what I'm seeing here, you end up saving a lot of money with this combo and you end up seeing everything. Oh, and people, quickly, any doubt you may have about traveling, any doubt at all, you can send it to us and we'll always help you. And even easier, add me at Lorenzi on the social networks, send me a direct message and I'll help you. And take the opportunity to follow us. We are always traveling around the world, showing travel tips in a very cool way and the routine with our family. And don't forget to also follow our channel, Família Lorenzi, which we have just created here on YouTube. We are showing our life in Orlando. Now we live in Orlando. This is already our home here in the United States, so we are always shopping, showing Disney parks, food, the day-to-day life of the kids here at home, the American life, the adaptation, everything. Follow the Lorenzi family channel. And as in every tourist city, in third place here at the top of the best-selling tours is Rome's tourist bus, very well known as the Hop-on-Hof, which is the name of the tourist bus. For those who don't know, every city in the world, the most touristy ones, have this bus. It's a bus that you pay a certain amount of money, in this case 30 euros. It has several strategic stops in the main tourist attractions of the city. In the case of Rome here, there are 8, and then you take it, you can get off at any stop you want. It's a circular bus and there are several, so it goes around. You go to the Colosseum, you take it and get off at the Colosseum. In half an hour another one will pass by, then you get on again and get off at the other tourist attraction. So with it you can get around the whole city. It's very nice. Usually people take it for 1 or 2 days because then you don't need an Uber or anything to do there. So it's a nice option and it's panoramic. It has the top part where you can see the city. There's a guide who explains everything. Each building is very cool. For those who want to have a general overview of the trip, it's usually a good idea to take this tour on the first day so that you can have a general overview. And it's very popular in every city. In Rome, it's not different, of course. It's very cool. People ask a lot if you need to rent a car. In my opinion, Rome is not good to rent a car because there are not many places to stop the car, the traffic is a little bit chaotic, and being well located you can do everything on foot. I'll even leave here below in the description of the video the link to the map we made with the best area of Rome. If you stay within this delimited area, you can use this map that's inside the search engine that's the biggest in the world for hotels, which is where we always make our reservations. You can see the hotels in this region and make a reservation because this region is sensational. I even left 2 hotels that we stayed in this region that are good, cheap, clean, and we did everything on foot. It's very close to the main tourist attractions, so it's well located that you will be able to do all of this without needing a car and without needing Uber too. We did practically everything on foot. But the car is important if you want to go up there. We ended up taking a car on the last day in Rome and we went to Florence to go through Tuscany. Then we went up there to Milan, to Venice. So it's a very worthwhile thing to get the car, which is a sensational trip to drive through Italy. But in Rome, you don't have to. And if you're going to do it, I'll leave you the car comparator, which is a comparator that compares all car rental companies and finds the best price for you. Use the comparator. Now for the fourth tool, which is everyone will like it because it's free. Who doesn't like a free ride, right? It's a very nice one because the site, as they are the largest in the world, they have a very high volume of sales of tourists. They do the free tours. You will see that it's written on the website, free tour, which is the free tour of the main cities, and they have the free tour of Rome, which is a big seller. What is the free tour? It's a tour, a guided tour through the city of Rome, through the main points, showing the history for free. It's really free. Why do they do this? Nobody does anything for free. They will take your contact, your registration, they will present you the other tours, and in this they try to sell you something else. Nothing that we found too much. They don't stay on top of it. They try to sell everything, but it's worth it. Everybody's doing it. So if you're going to ride your cart inside this website, you will already do the tours, including the free tour that's free, and it's really cool. And there's another one that I saw here that is at night, and you can see the illumination of Rome. It's a free tour that is at night, and you can see the points that are the more beautiful at night, so it's another nice option. And the fifth tip is for those who like food. Who doesn't like Italian food? I think it was the place in the world that I most enjoyed eating. I ate a lot. I like pasta, pizza, wine. Wow, the wine we had is very cheap. Those who like these things will have a great time in Rome. It's sensational. And the fifth, to my surprise, is a gastronomic tour that sells very well and is very well evaluated with a score of 9.7 by travelers. It's a gastronomic tour of the Trastevere neighborhood. Each person speaks one way. The Italian one say Trastevere. You end up doing it and you have pizza tasting. There are several. We did the pizza one, the ice cream one, and there was one more, the cheese one, which is very good. They put several thematic things there, things from then, from the Italian cuisine, from the Italian spices. It's a very nice tour. It's not expensive. It's 35 euros. That's what you would spend for dinner practically, and it's very nice. You walk around, you get to know the places there. We really liked to do it. We enjoyed a lot the food. Oh, and guys, the nice thing about this website that sells all the tickets, tours at the lowest price, that's the place where we buy them. It's nice that we always buy from there. Also the transfer. When you arrive at the airport, you will have to take a cab or an Uber to go to your hotel. Especially in Rome, it's difficult to rent a car. Generally, people don't rent a car. We always take the transfer because it's cheaper than a cab. It's more reliable. There are none of those scams that taxi drivers, unfortunately, all over the world end up doing for tourists who arrive at the airport. They take a longer way, charge more. We have had this problem in several cities around the world, so the transfer is very good. You buy it on their websites, transfer for the airport to the hotel. You will already have a person waiting for you when you get out of the airport, landed in Rome. There will be a person with a little sign with your name on it. He welcomes you. He already has the address of your hotel. You don't even need to communicate with him who is afraid of not speaking Italian, English. He takes you back to your hotel with your bags. Everything's fine. you don't have any trouble at all. We highly recommend the transfer service, both outbound and inbound. And here below in the description of the video, I'll leave all these links organized. It's a guide with all the sites we use to organize your trips, which have the cheapest places that we have been discovering over the years, and it will certainly help you. There's a travel insurance comparator, and travel insurance is mandatory. Don't forget it. Many people forget it. For practically all of Europe, you have to have international travel insurance, and it's very cheap. This comparator is a website that compares all insurance companies and shows you the cheapest plans, the best rated. It's super fast and easy for you to do, so do yours. There's also the car rental comparator, the internet chip that's very important for you to move around, for you to use throughout your trip in Italy. This chip is great. It works everywhere. It's cheap. You buy it, they send an electronic chip and you use it everywhere you need it. We found the service very good. This electronic chip is very simple to install, which was fantastic. So check out all these links. There is also the one for buying train tickets that we use a lot in Italy. There is also the one for sports, for those who want to go to the Milan and the Rome games, the Italian games, Champions League. You just have to click here on the description and plan your whole trip. Everything is there just for you. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel, because that really helps us a lot. And don't forget to watch the video on how to save a lot on your trip to Italy. It's a step-by-step guide that we put together to help you save money on everything you will do there. It will be here and below the playlist with all the other videos from Italy for you to watch. So that's it, guys. Thanks a lot and have nice trips.